Hey YouTube, how is it going? I hope you're all having a great weekend so far. In this video, I want to show you what I see going on in the current market averages and where I think that could take us next week. And then after that, I'm going to show you charts of the best looking penny stocks that I see setting up for this week. All right, guys, well, I'm going to do this one pretty quick. I just want to show you guys what I am seeing in the overall market and the stocks that I'm going to be watching for this week. I don't own any of these stocks just yet, but I just want to show you the ones that I am potentially going to buy this week if they still look good. I'm not going to go into any questions in this video, and there also is somebody who has copied my account again and is soliciting you guys. Just ignore them. That's not me. But anyway, this is the QQQ, which is the ETF for the NASDAQ. And as you guys can probably tell, if you've been watching the market, it has been getting weak. I mean, there's been a lot of back and forth going on with this market. We had this false down move signal just a couple of weeks ago, and it looks like it is starting to roll over again. I wouldn't say the market is in deep trouble, but it is teetering on the edge as we speak, and I'm going to be keeping a sharp eye on this. And if the market does break down, I am not going to be taking any new positions. But what I like to tell you guys that I like to do is when you get a little bit of indecision in the market, I like to go intraday so I can get a better grasp of what the potential future move is going to be. So let's take a look at what has been going on these last couple of days. Let's go to a 5-minute chart, back it out. And if we back it out all the way back a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks or so, we can start to see that this market is losing all of its momentum, and it looks like it's potentially starting to roll over. I mean, this is the rounded bottom that I like to look for in my stocks that are going to go up. This is just inverted, so this means that it's probably going to roll over and go down. And this is the support area that I am looking at right now. I think this is super, super important for this week. If the market can hold above this resistance level or this support level, I think we're going to be in good shape. But if it breaks through the support level, we could be in big trouble. We could be headed down to the teen area, right around 315, 316 is what I would probably guess. Maybe even retest this low down here around 313. And that's a pretty decent size move down. And we are right there, guys. I mean, we had this nice false break right here, which could have led to a substantially higher move, but we had another breakdown in the market, and it is resting just above that support level as we speak. So that's the level we have to be watching this week, and if it breaks this level, it could end up dragging a lot of our long positions down. Well, let's get to some of the other charts I'm looking at. Let me get that line off of this. First one I want to show you guys is WRN. WRN, I believe I talked about this one on Friday, and I don't think it had broken through this resistance level on Friday when I put it in the video. Maybe it did. I can't remember right offhand, but it is making a super, super dynamite pattern, busting through that resistance area. And if we back it out, we can see just a huge rounding bottom that took many years, and now it is bumping up against that support area, and now it has broken through. You can see it was fighting with it for about 4 days in a row, and then finally you got that breakthrough. You'll watch some of these chart patterns, and once it gets up to a resistance area, it might take it 3 or 4 days to get through it. But when it does, if it keeps bumping up against it and it eventually does break through, you usually get a pretty good size move, and that's exactly what we're getting. We got some nice volume coming in, so this looks like a very healthy breakout. Had a nice long consolidation going back all the way to July, and now it is finally busting through that support. So WRN, just a beautiful looking pattern. This is near the top of my list for this week. Next one I want to show you is XTNT. XTNT is starting to round up and gain momentum to the upside. You see we had all these false breaks, and it started to carve out a bottom here, make a nice rounding bottom, and now it is exploding higher and following that 8-period exponential moving average up. So XTNT is in the beginning stages of a potentially long uptrend. So XTNT is technically it's right at a buy area right now. I don't own any of this yet, but it's definitely on the near the top of the list for this week. So I might be entering this one if the market remains strong. You know, that's my disclaimer. If the market can remain strong and not break down through that support level, I'm going to be interested in taking some more longs. If it doesn't, I don't want to be buying at the beginning part of the breakdown. Now, if the market breaks down for several days or several weeks, then I might start thinking about buying, picking up some buys, but not at the beginning stages of the breakdown. The next one I want to go over is Verb. And Verb is looking super good. If we back out the chart on Verb, it's only been traded since 2019. It had that nice move up earlier in the year and has been going sideways, and now it is finally busted through that resistance area. It has come down and touched, held that support area, and has jumped right back above that 8-period exponential moving average. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know I love to see that when they come down, test support, and then jump right back above that 8-period exponential moving average. That usually has a very high probability of continuing to the upside. So I love trading those patterns. Next one I want to talk about is DS. And DS, this is Drive Shack. Let me back it out a little bit. I talked about Drive Shack a few months ago and had a nice breakout and a nice solid run up, and it has had a false breakout since then. But now it's looked like it is finding support at the 50-period simple moving average. This blue line on the chart has jumped above it, and it looks like it could be starting to round up. So DS, I wouldn't call it a buy just yet. I would like to see a little bit more follow-through strength because it hasn't really formed that nice right side of the rounded bottom just yet. But it's definitely one to keep on your watch list for either this week or even a couple of weeks into the future, because this thing could end up carving out a really nice rounded bottom, and that would end up sending the stock price higher. Next one I want to go into is Vero. Vero was having pretty much the same type of breakout pattern that I believe XTNT was doing, or maybe it was WRN. Anyway, if we zoom in a little bit, we can see it was wrestling around with that excuse me, that resistance area, and it now has blasted through. I believe I did a video on this on Friday as well, and it hadn't broken through this resistance level at the time of doing that video, but it looks like it has afterwards. It was holding all of these moving averages, and now it's blasting above that resistance. So this could be in the beginning stages of a decent move up. So Vero should definitely be on your watch list. Next one is LYL. I talked about LYL, gosh, several months ago, and it has been just trending sideways. It came down and touched that support box that I drew several months ago, and it is tested it twice, and now it is moving higher. So this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see it touch that support area, jump above those moving average, and have a nice green candle up on big volume, over 12 million shares traded. And you're talking about a stock that normally trades around 1 million. So 12 times the average daily volume on the up move that it had on Friday. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there's some nice follow through on LYL to the upside. Next one I want to talk about is THTX. THTX is right on the brink of breaking out. It has been struggling to get past that resistance area, but it looks like it is knocking on the door right now. If we back it out, we can see it's been having a nice rounding bottom going back over a year now, and it looks like it is on the brink of breaking out. When a stock has had a false break a couple of times in the recent past, usually once it finally does get through it, it's usually a pretty decent move up. So that's why THTX is near the top of my list for this week, because I think a potential breakout in this stock could be a nice big sharp move up. Last one I want to talk about is one that I've had a ton of questions on the YouTube channel. I can just see like the frenzy is starting to build up in this stock, and it's only a 1 cent stock, but had a ton of questions, a ton of comments on it, a ton of people talking back and forth about it. And this is a Bitcoin mining play, I believe. I didn't look into them too in depth, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do. So if Bitcoin has another strong week, this could probably be a very nice sympathy play on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies having another strong week. So SANP, in my opinion, if this thing pulls back a little bit, I'm probably going to take a position. I probably won't take a huge one. But if the cryptocurrencies get another wave up, I think this one could have an explosive move up, and it's only just over a penny right now. So, I mean, a big move in this could make you a lot of money. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions about any of these stocks, or if you have any other stocks you want me to take a look at, please leave them down there in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, guys, and until next time, take care.